Paul Doherty, joined now by senior Blaire Houston. Blaire, one thing we've talked about all through the season is your ability to just give up the body and be very, very physical. You always provide a spark for this team emotionally, but you know, what happens out there? You get that red eye and just ready to go because you've taken some pretty hard hits this year.
I mean, I've always been like this since I was a kid. I've always been pretty strong. It's just my nature really to go up front with basketball, so that's what I tend to do for this team.
Talk about today's game, a difficult loss, I know, here at home, but it's game one of a doubleheader for fans today, but also another game coming up on Monday, so you've got to turn it right back around. So do you just try to forget this one right away and move on to Monday night?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's only 2 games out of our conference. We still got a lot more games to go. We lost this one, unfortunately. We got to turn back around and keep going for the next one on Monday.
And Blaire, you know, one of the things we talked about throughout the year has been some injuries to the team. As a team leader and as somebody who handles the basketball and sets the offense, you know, do you feel like there's an opportunity to build some chemistry going into Monday night with the rotation?
I really do. I mean, excuse me, we've been trying to, you know, build chemistry from the jump. You know, all the injuries that we've had, you know, we got to focus on the people that we do have that's healthy and everything. So we're going to just try to focus on that and keep going.
A lot of MEAC competition ahead. Let me know if you would, just maybe a highlight for this year in terms of your senior season as a player for the Lady Eagles.
You expect a lot of excitement out of us. Last 5 minutes of the game, you know, unfortunately it was too late, but you know, we sparked it up and we gave them a little bit of a show that we're going to tend to do it for the rest of the season.
Blaire Houston, thank you very much for joining us here in a postgame.
Thank you. Thank you.
Paul Doherty along with head coach Joli Robinson. Coach, a tough loss against Florida A&M, but that is a team that was really on a high after that win against Conference USA, University of Alabama, Birmingham. But again, a situation where you were able to keep their star player quiet. Then it had a relatively quiet game, but it was the depth that really told the story.
Most definitely, the depth told a big story for them because they could go down the bench and didn't lose any momentum during the ball game. And when you have experienced players and transfer students into your program, things like that, where you can see them grow and see them do some things and catch on to a lot of things a lot sooner.
One of the stories, of course, for the season has been some difficulty gelling offensively and a relatively low shooting percentage. But today you had some opportunities and some good runs in the game where you had some open looks and knocked down some shots. But their size, their ability to rebound and dominate in the paint really told the tale.
Oh yes, we worked on that a lot, and we knew that they were going to be strong on the inside and the rebounds, and they were very, very physical. And we worked on a lot of trying to sit on their legs and try to push them back, but we just got overpowered, and we just have to continue to work in the weight room and get a little bit stronger. We're not as strong as we need to be physically, so we're going to have to keep working on that as well. But again, we still have to play. I think we did a good job the last half and came out and played some defense and got a little run in there, though it was late in the ball game, but we did see some good things that happened. And we've had so many turnarounds and players on and off the court that it's hard to get that chemistry going together because in and out of players, but we still have to continue to play because the game is not going to stop playing because of injuries.
In our post-game, of course, we talked with senior Blaire Houston, but it's been a couple of freshmen this afternoon that really were the spark plug for the Lady Eagles. Cabrina Truesdale had another outstanding game and led the team in scoring. And the return, of course, of Lakeisha Evans, who had some very quality minutes and some strong play in the post.
Oh, yes, and we also had to put some players in that probably had not played a whole lot during the entire season. And they came out and did some good things for us, too. Also, Montresha Perry, who's a freshman, she came out at the beginning of the first half, and she did a pretty good job for us. Not being out on the floor as much, you're a little nervous, you're a little antsy about some things that you need to do on the floor. And it's still a learning experience and a learning process for all of them. But I think as a whole, they did the best that they could possibly do.
Coach, a big game on Monday night here at McDougald-McLendon Gym as Game 3 of the MEAC season fires up against Bethune-Cookman.
Oh yes, we'll go back and look at film and see some of the things that we need to correct and fix and make some adjustments, and then we have to get prepared for Bethune-Cookman. As Blaire said, it's early in the season, early in the conference, so we still have many more games to go. As long as we keep moving forward and work off of the momentum that we had at the end of this game, we should, you know, be more competitive.
Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate your support.